5 in Obizi County, in state of Ikemba. Today, the citizens of Obizi County is exercising their voting rights. You see, the citizens of Obizi County is ready to cast their vote. You see, our people are ready to start voting in Obizi County. As you can see, the voting has started. Is ongoing. As you can see.
Yes. Thank you very much. I mean, I'm speechless on a personal note because we have now witnessed the inner reflection of how our people feel by expressing their desire to decide how they wish to be represented, because governorship and leadership is more of a representation of the people, to be able to reflect on the people's desire, how they wish to guide themselves, how they wish to make decisions on issues that impact their daily life and that of their family. And I think this process is a testament that indeed Biafrans are not just Republicans, they are Democrats as well. Thank you very much, Honorable Christopher. Over to you. Deo.
Thank you for that, Honorable Uche. Fellow Biafrans, with honor and transparency at the heart of our democracy, I now invite Honorable Ferdinand to present the results of the election. Honorable Ferdinand, please, over to you.
Good evening, the cabinet members. Good evening, our DPM, Her Excellency, Dr. Ngozi Odabueze. Under the powers conferred on me, ladies and gentlemen, esteemed guests, fellow citizens of Biafra, today we gather to witness a crucial moment in our democratic process. The announcement of the election results. This event marks a culmination of the rigorous process that has involved countless individuals, from voters to electoral officials. The election was conducted in accordance with our Biafran laws and regulations. Voters cast their ballots in a transparent and a secure manner, with electoral officials working tirelessly to ensure the integrity of the process. After the polls closed, voters were counted and verified by independent observers and electoral officials. This process ensures the accuracy and transparency of the results and ready for announcement. The Electoral Commission has taken all necessary steps to ensure the accuracy and integrity of the results. Meanwhile, these are the results. We have 3 states contesting, and these 3 states are Ikemba states, the state of Ikemba, the state of Odumegwu, and the state of Amambara. Now, from the state of Ikemba, we have 2 candidates who we are contesting, and their results comes up as follows. Online voting. Honorable Nwada Dunu had 993 votes, while physical voting, which was conducted and ended today, he had 11,100 votes. Total 12,033 votes. The second on the running mate, Honorable Dominion, had 783 votes on online, while the physical votes today, he scored 8,568, while the total votes for the states remains at 9,351 votes, which means Honorable Nwada Dunu had taken the lead by winning 12,033 votes. Then we go from there to Odumegwu State, the state of Odumegwu. Honorable Azuka M had online voting 1,118 votes, while the physical voting, which took place today, was 2,000 votes, total 3,118 votes. Then the running mates, Azuka O, the online scores votes were 2,668, while the physical voting today was 100 votes, total 2,767 votes. Which means Honorable Azuka M took the lead by scoring 3,118 votes. Then state of Amambara, Boniface M online voting had 972 votes, while physical voting today was 34,268 votes, making a total of 35,240 votes. Honorable Rose O, online voting, she scored 237 votes, while the physical voting today was 17,473, making a total of 17,710 votes. Then on the powers conferred on me, Honorable Wada Dunu is declared as winner for winning 12,033 votes for the state of Ikemba, while Honorable Dominion will be the deputy for scoring 9,351 votes. In the state of Odumegwu, Honorable Azuka M scored 3,118 votes to be declared winner as governor of Odumegwu State, while Honorable Azuka O, who is to be the deputy, scored 2,768 votes. Then we go to the state of Amambara State. Boniface M had 35,240 votes to be declared winner, while Honorable Rose O, seconded by 17,710 votes to be as the deputy. So without further delay, the election results are a reflection of the will of the people. We must continue to strengthen our democratic institutions and promote a culture of peace, tolerance, and respect for the rule of law. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Honorable Ferdinand. Your Excellency, the mic is yours, please.
Thank you so much. All right. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I am so very, very happy. Biafrans, we should be very, very proud of ourselves today. Oh my goodness. Ain't you all so happy?
We are.
We are happy.
Yeah.
Every Biafran should be very, very proud of themselves.
We are proud.
Yeah.
We are more than happy. We are more than happy.
Thank God.
Every Biafran should be very, very proud of
Blessed
themselves
be the
today.
name of our Lord.
Very, very happy.
Yes,
Let's give all the previous speakers a round of applause, please. Let's give them a big round of applause. That was so excited. That was a very, very, very beautiful, wonderful. I don't even know how to react to this. Again, this can only be God. This can only be the handwork of God. When they think, they thought, oh, they are joking. Oh, they are online government. Oh, I read One say, how can she just divide the country, take a whole half of the country? What document does she have the rights to take and declare? Again, I am just filled with joy for this day and this time for what is going on in the United States of Biafra land. We all should be very proud of ourselves for what we've achieved in this short period. When we declared our independence on November 29th, 2024, in Latin Finland, some of them were like, oh, no, how can you do that? What rights do you have to declare your independence? Who gave you the right? Has Nigeria given you the right to declare your independence, to declare the United States of Biafra? They came with all these talks. They never knew it could happen. Right under our nose, right under our watch. We are all going home to our motherland. Right under our watch. Nigeria is peacefully moving out from Biafra land. They know they've lost the battle. They know they've lost the battle. They know they must leave our land. They have no choice than to leave Biafra land. Again, welcome everyone to this wonderful day, wonderful time to declare the election results, the winners of the first ever United States of Biafra governorship and deputy governorship election. After our declaration, first of its kind, the peace, the sanity, the transparency is unparalleled. This is something that's never happened from the country we left for the past 50 years. Never. Thanks so much to the United States of Biafra cabinet members and government at home and abroad for this wonderful, successful election. No bloodshed. No intimidation. Before I proceed, Honorable Christopher, do you have the Ikemba pressed to do the give a brief election analysis for the election? Do you have him?
Just give me a minute. Let me look for Ikemba Press.
Yeah.
I do not find anyone named Ikem. Oh, is it SSG?
Can he raise his hand if he's here?
Maybe he came in with a different name.
He was supposed to give us a brief analysis so that we can get a beautiful picture of. Okay, his hand is up. So, media, thank you so much. Can you allow him to give us a brief of the analysis, which I was so excited about, and then I'll come back. Thank you so much.
Okay. Good evening, dear friends all over the world. Good evening to my DPM and USB cabinet, to our leader Mazin Nandekano, and to our PM. Their spirit is with us, and their spirit is what is encouraging us to continue what we are doing today. So I'm very much happy to be here and to speak to the fans and give analysis of the outcome of the election across all the 3 states in Biafra land. First and foremost, congratulations to our governors in different states. I'm so much happy. I'm very, very much happy. But the work is not easy, but at last we made it. We made it because I could remember when we all started, so many people were asking, how are we going to do that? Are we taking over the control of our territory? Jisu people, this, that, and our different children. Don't worry, keep your eyes on watch and see how we do it. God is with us. And today, we all have seen it. Those that participated have seen it. Just the same way we did our referendum. So, all right. I want to quickly speak on the analysis concerning the election, how we done, what happens. So, as you can see in this our election, you find out that we don't have any violence on it. I don't know if I'm coming out clear. I don't know. We don't have any violence, just like in the zoo. Every day, like last election, when the fraudulent drug lords took over, we saw how many people that died, so many people that injured. You saw the armored tank, police brutality, intimidation. You saw the military siege just because of election. In fact, this current Anambra, former Anambra election that's coming, you saw the thousands of military that brought into the state just because of election. You do not see our governors parading around with security. We are invisible, but we are physical. They are not seeing us, but we are seeing them. They keep on sending security up and down every village to from one point to another to detect what we are doing, who is responsible. But at the end, today, we have done it without them knowing how we did it. So you can see we don't have any violence in any polling unit. I and my team, we are working hand to hand in every 15 counties. Remember, each state is a 15 counties. Each state 15 counties. Each state 15 counties. So due to the security purpose, we organize some of the counties where we don't have much security presence, like Amambara. They were able to conduct election in almost all their counties. For those that the areas that we have Nigerian Zoo military parading up and down, we comfort ourselves and do it to make sure that life did not lose. So as you can see, there's nobody being arrested in this election. There's no police brutality. Even when we are placing our no election and rest on the street, nobody encountered any issue. No disappearance of ballot box. But Biafrans are the ones securing the box, making sure that their vote counted. And after voting, everybody will be there to see that their vote is counted. So there's no rigging. There's nothing at all. There's no atom of rigging. Every one of us who came out to vote, put online, saw it. Even those that want to vote twice. When you vote twice, you find out that the electoral body will screen the voting at last and still remove you. So we just do this thing in order to make sure to test the integrity of the people, how serious we are. And Biafrans have proven themselves that yes, they are worthy, they love transparency. So in the area of rigging, throwing of innocent citizens, irregular counting and bribing, as you can see today, you watch the Apuga election, you see where Soludo was telling all the Apuga units, anybody that giving how many votes, it will be 3 million, 4 million, 5 million. These are no good. After giving you all this money, it is gone. You keep crying. He will recover the money back. Okay, so those money is not meant for it. He's just removing the money for him to continue to be in that seat, and he will not give you what you want. So many of us, like me in my state, this present government that I voted in, but I worked so much hard. I'm happy that they return back to the government, honestly, because there is improvement and I love it, and everybody can testify. So there's no bribery. They don't have money to even bribe it. And this shows that in Biafra, nobody will do anything silly. And the criminal record, not like politicians, who will commit one crime or the other. Tomorrow you will see him being the president of Nigeria or one of the senators. So I am very, very much happy. No cancellation or postponement, which normally happens in this. It does not happen. We never for one day, the day we started this, we never for one day say, hey, we have cancelled this or we have done this.
Can you speak up a little bit, please? It's hard to hear you.
Okay. Okay, am I coming out?
Yeah,
am I
it's
coming
better.
out now?
It's better.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Right. So no cancellation or postponement voting to the next day due to rigging as always. No swing to the courts. Nothing like fighting opponent APC and the list. Nothing like that. Everything was peaceful. As everybody can watch on the video that we posted. The elections, both from Amambara, both from Ikemba, both from Odumegwu, everybody can testify. Go online, go to our immediate United States of Biafra X handle, you can see it. Go to our DPM handle, you will see it. Go to at Mouthpiece handle, you will see it. Go to State of Ikemba Media handle, you will see it. Everything is peacefully, with happiness and joy. So then no selection, but elected. Only selected. There's nobody that is selected. Nobody was forced. Or okay, after we have done this voting now, we now call another person to be in the position. Something like that did not happen. And this shows that we love transparency. So and no fighting, nobody is pointing at each other. Everyone was peaceful. And the way Biafrans conducted themselves in this exercise part shows that, oh my God, even me too, that is part of the electoral officer, I was marveled. I was very, very marveled. Not like, place things, when you come to something like this, everybody will be making noise. But this one, nothing like that. Everybody was, seeing themselves as one. So that is, we do not hear any shooting of gun. We don't have any shooting. Nobody is harassing you. Even in the military, nobody. You vote peacefully. And this, especially in the state of Ikemba and the Amambara, the voting started earlier, 28th. So at least, even if you don't have chance today, tomorrow you have chance. Okay, you come and vote peacefully. And that is how we are. I know many people will marvel how some state got 8,000, 5,000, 3,000. That is to tell you that we started earlier for those who might not have chance on that very day. And that's why we come across of it. So I think this is where I have to pause for everything. And I want to thank all the fans who have participated on this. And I say, may God and Chukwu continue to bless each one of us. In Jesus' mighty name, we say thank you very much.
Wow, thank you so very much for that wonderful analysis. Oh my goodness, I am so, oh my goodness, what a country. What a country that we are building. What a country. What a country. I thank you so very much for that wonderful analysis. And we all can see that we can do this. We all can see that it is doable. To conduct a good election is doable. Which are you controlling the pin? Christopher. Honorable Christopher.
Yes, you are on the full screen, DPM. Thank you.
Okay, yeah, okay, because, yeah, I was thinking he was pinned to the, this one. All right. So again, it is so wonderful to hear that analysis from the election observers, monitors, and those that participated in making this election to be successful. They thought we could not do that. And that's why I keep telling us our greatest fear is fear itself. The only edge your enemy has against you is the one you allow him to take, or the one you give him. Biafrans have risen up with the declaration of the sovereignty of the United States of Biafra on November 29, 2024 in Lahti, Finland, after a self-referendum where 50 million Biafrans voted to exit Nigeria. They voted to exit Nigeria, and that's exactly what we have done. Then we converged in Finland for the declaration. That is exactly what Biafrans have done. We have reclaimed our land, our territory, regardless of whether Nigeria wants to leave our land or not. They must leave Biafra land because it is a sovereign state. We are building one of the best countries in the world. I'm telling you. Look at the marvelous work we've achieved within such a short period. Less than 1 year as a nation, we performed a classical election that is unparalleled. Classical. From all the preparations, from all the processes, everything, right under our watch, right under the watch of the whole world. The voting process, the physical process, the online process, everything was open to the public. No mago, no manipulation, no hiding of votes, no stuffing of ballot boxes. None of that happened. Everything was open to the world. What else can you look for in a country? This is the beginning. This is the beginning. As we progress into full protection of our land, the world will marvel. The world will line up just to have a visa to come to the United States of Biafra. A country where you will come in and have peace of mind. A country where you will come in and you will not have any reintegrated terrorists in the military or in the police, just like you see in the Nigerian state that we left. A country where we will respect the right of every citizen, regardless of your religion, your gender, your creed, your culture. You will be respected as long as you respect the Constitution of the United States of Biafra government and the United States of Biafra people. You are not going to have any problem. That is the country we are building. A country that does not turn voting process into a massacre, into a murder process, where thousands are killed just during election because of the greediness and selfishness of the Nigerian politicians. That is how, and that is why they murder thousands of indigenous Nigerians and Biafrans during every election. It is a process. Nigeria election is a war. It is a war zone. It is a killing zone. That is why a well-constituted court in Canada has declared Nigerian political parties as a terrorist organization. Because every election comes with shedding of blood, killing of people, terrorism, attack of people, attack of their homes. We saw the recent attack they did in Enugu State, where they burnt some innocent indigenous homes and killed people, cut open their heads. Those are the landmark and the signs that Tinubu, Christopher Musa, this Senator Fabio, that is how they roll. And all the delegitimized governors, like Charles Soludo, the one that is planning the illegal election in Biafra land on November the 8th. And I want to use this opportunity to tell Charles Soludo, you can never conduct any election in Biafra land, in that old Anambra state. Today, we have concluded the election in that state. We have the 3 governors. They will protect their states with all the powers they have. Nigeria has no right to conduct any election again in the 40 states of Biafra land. Biafra people will ensure, we make sure that Soludo and his criminal cohorts does not organize any election in Biafra land in the old Anambra state on November the 8th. All Biafrans is going to be total lockdown. We are going to sit at home. No movement from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. this coming Saturday to make sure that Nigeria does not conduct any election in our soil. We know how the Nigerian state rolls. What they do, I know from intelligence, they're already mapping out the terrorists they brought into that old Anambra state. And they've informed them to forcefully bring out Biafrans to vote on November the 8th. Forcefully go to their homes, because that is the only thing Nigeria knows. The only way Nigeria operates is by the barrels of the gun. They've been doing this for the past 100 years. Their plan is to forcefully invade our land on Saturday, November 8th. Their plan is to forcefully drag Biafrans out from their homes under gunpoint to go and vote. And we will make sure that does not happen. Biafrans, sit at home, lock up your doors, lock up your windows. You can have fun, do anything, you can play football in your fields. Do not become the victim of the Nigerian state. Do not participate in any election, illegal election they want to conduct on November the 8th. If you come out to participate, they will kill you. The Nigerian government will kill you, and they will label it to Biafrans. Do not be a victim. Nigeria has been listed as a country of particular concern. Soludo, all the politicians in Nigeria are labeled as the same. The CPC is not just the country. The leaders, including Tinubu, Christopher Musa, Ababio, all of them, Soludo, Hopu Zodima, all of them, Pitamba, they are people grouped under this CPC. So the countries of particular concern doesn't just go with country, it also goes with the leaders in those countries, including Bianca Ojukwu, the one that is following Soludo to plan this illegal election in Anambra State, in the old Anambra State. Biafrans are telling you, do not conduct any election, do not even plan any election in Biafra land. Biafrans will make sure you don't do that. You cannot criminally subjugate, oppress, kill, remove, harass, lock up innocent Biafrans in different jails and cells across Nigeria and across Biafra land, and you come to our land to conduct an illegal election. That will not happen. It's a promise. Biafrans have endured so much in the hand of the Nigerian terrorist state, the delegitimized politicians, Tinubu and co. We've endured so much in their hands. Many of our innocent fathers and mothers and brothers, sisters have been killed by the Nigerian state. Biafrans are Christians. Thousands of us have been murdered for no reason, just because we want to be Biafrans. We want to have a peaceful election, just like the one we just concluded, without shedding blood, without fighting, without killing people, without burning people's homes. That is what Nigeria is good at, and we will stop Nigeria. Any element of Nigeria in Biafra land must be stopped. As we speak, our leader, Odumegwu Kanu, is being locked up by the Nigerian state. For what? He has not committed any crime except what we here have done. We want to live in a country where we integrated terrorists are not brought in. That is the only crime our Odumegwu Kanu committed. And Nigeria went to Kenya to kidnap him. Nigeria went to Kenya to kidnap Odumegwu Kanu without going through any legal process of the law. That is what Tinubu and Christopher Musa and Nigerian politicians, that's what they are good at. Evil, always evil with the power of the gun. Bribery, corruption. As other newer countries, younger countries are trying to make their nations a better place, Nigeria thrives in criminality. They thrive in criminality. They thrive in the killing and massacre of Christians. They thrive in oppression and suppression. That is all they do. They try to suppress everyone into being a one Nigeria, so that they will continue to milk the natural resources from Biafra land, ship it out to their cronies, their allies, and continue to give them the money to develop their countries, develop their people, while our own people die in abject poverty, in abject squalor. No good road, no healthcare system, no pipe-borne water. There is no home in Nigeria you will open and get a drinking water. No. If you build any home in Nigeria, you must dig a borehole just for people to get water to drink, water to shower in their homes. And this is a country that is shipping thousands of mineral resources abroad to those that already have it. And I want to use this opportunity to tell you, all you countries that are getting any mineral resources, any natural resources, crude oil from Nigeria, you must cut it off immediately. Cut off that contract. Those oil belong to Biafra people. We are going to take it. It is our own. You are taking those on the blood of innocent Biafrans who dies in abject squalor. No health care. Women have to deposit money to deliver babies in Nigeria. If not, they die. A country where you have two laws, Sharia in the north, other laws in the south. If you are a Christian born in the northern part of Nigeria, Tinubu and Christopher Musa, they make you live by the Sharia law. And they call it one Nigeria. There is nothing one about Nigeria. All these agents you see, they are parading everywhere on social media, trying to go to this place to talk. They are the criminals that have made life miserable for indigenous Nigerians and indigenous Biafrans. All they are seeking is to continue that oppression, subjugation of indigenous Nigerians and indigenous Biafrans, to continue to milk those natural resources at the detriment of the indigenous. That must stop. That was why we exited Nigeria. No one can stop that. It is the wish of the people. That wish must be respected by everyone. That was how they kidnapped our Onyendu Nnamdi Kanu and dumped him in Nigeria DXS dungeon for the past almost 5 years. Nothing. Why they kill with impunity. Thousands of Christians are murdered in all parts of Nigeria. In southern Kaduna, in Zamfara, in Borno, in Jigawa, in Kogi, everywhere, in Borno State, in Biafra land. Thousands of innocent indigenes are murdered by the seconds due to the policies of Tinubu and Christopher Musa policy to reintegrate non-terrorists into Nigeria. Hire them into the Air Force, into the police, into the army. Give them AK-47. Push them down to the Biafra territory or to anywhere that people are complaining about the killing of Christians. Tinubu pushes these terrorists to that place with Christopher Musa to continue killing them, to suppress and oppress them. That was how now, as we speak, they've turned Nigeria into an Islamic state. We are Christians. We never bargained to be an Islamic state. You have a country that have almost 55% of Christians and 45% of Muslims. But Tinubu and Christopher Musa and this Soludo, they've turned Nigeria into an Islamic state as we speak. Who authorized that? They forced that on the citizens and continue to massacre them. Thousands of mass graves, thousands of innocent Biafrans are locked up. They didn't commit any crime. I get thousands of reports, hundreds of reports every week with the records of innocent Biafrans that are locked up in different cells across Biafra land by Soludo and Tinubu and Christopher Musa and Christopher Akpabio. They lock them up. They don't allow their family members to come see them. Prolonged incarceration. They don't bring them to court. The report from our lawyers that are going to these prisons, if you hear these reports, you cannot eat for days. I'm telling you. Where our lawyers will step in just for one indigenous Biafra, and he will see hundreds of them, and they will come and be telling him, I didn't do nothing. Brother, I didn't do nothing. They just caught me. They just dumped me here for the past 1 year, 2 years. My mother doesn't know that I'm here. My wives, they've been looking for me. Nothing. They don't take them to court. They order from above, Tinubu, anybody that is a Biafran, label them IPOB, lock them up, and nobody should come and see them. Do not say anything about them to anyone. This is what the Nigeria politicians are doing to innocent Biafrans. I have instances of our lawyers. They know that our men, my brothers, are locked up in Nigeria DSS dungeons. They go there to ask about them. They tell them they are not there. Tinubu tells them anyone that is an IPOB is a terrorist. That is why this language they've used, terrorist, is what Tinubu and his cohorts have used to clamp down and lock up thousands of Biafrans across Nigeria and in Biafra land. Just say they are IPOB. And we all are IPOB, indigenous people of Biafra. That's what it means. I am an IPOB. All Biafrans are IPOB. But do not make any mistake. There is a difference between the indigenous people of Biafra, of which all of us are, of which our leader is Onyendu Nnamdi Kanu, our prime minister is Simon Ekpa. There is a difference between us, IPOB, and the IPOB organization that is working closely with the Nigerian state to arrest all innocent IPOB people and lock them up in different cells across Nigeria and across Biafra land. Those criminals work hand in hand with the Nigerian state, the one called him more powerful. Benjamin Madugugo. These are those that belong to the IPOB organization. So there is a standing order by all the politicians in Nigeria and the Nigerian government, Tinubu, to arrest and detain anyone that is a Biafran. Label them. Once you get them, label them as a terrorist. That is what they did to Nnamdi Kanu. That is what Alexander Stubb did to Simon Ekpa, labeling him terrorist activity. But he refused to see the thousands of indigenous Nigerians that are killed every day by Christopher Musa and Tinubu. Isn't that terrorism? Who is committing more terrorism? When people rise up to defend themselves, they label them terrorists. Nnamdi Kanu is not a terrorist. Simon Ekpa is a fine Finnish lawyer. He's not a terrorist. But Nigeria colluded with Finland to label him a terrorist just because he was fighting to defend his Christian brothers and sisters whom Nigerian government are using the reintegrated terrorists to kill. So the terrorist, that word is what Tinubu and people like him, Alexander Stubb, uses to clamp down on innocent voices, people that want better life, good quality of life for their people. People, Biafrans that have been scattered all over the world due to Tinubu's terrorist act. Now they want to go home to Biafra land and deliver those beautiful services that they deliver where they live abroad. Nigeria state colludes with these governments and label them terrorists or engaging in terrorist activities. They lock up innocent Biafrans' accounts because they don't want us to have money to defend ourselves. They want us to fold our hands and all of us be killed by the terrorists they brought into Nigeria. How long will that continue? And they signed up UN charters. They signed up OAU. They signed up Commonwealth charters to make the world a better place. Defense of human rights. Those freedoms of association, freedom to self-determination, self-defense. They signed up those, but they turn around in the night and do the opposite. We thank our Onyedin Nnamdi Kanu and told him to hold on. Do not be moved by the harassment they gave you in court with today. We watched it. For that which you seek, we already got. The same thing goes to our Prime Minister, His Excellency, Prime Minister Simon Ekpa. That which you seek, we already got. Do not be moved. Finland can label you anything they want. Biafrans know that you are a hero. The world knows that you are a hero. You are not a terrorist, which they try to label you. No, you are not. Do not be moved by that. We will remove every element of Nigeria state in Biafra land because they are the real terrorists in our land. Do not be moved. For that which you seek, we already got. When the Finland government took away our prime minister 2 weeks before our declaration of our independence in Finland, Alexander Stubb ordered for Simon Ekpa to be arrested. In collusion with Tinubu, a CPC enabler, they colluded. Finland became the mouthpiece for a terrorist state of Nigeria. Finland judged a case between Nigeria and Simon Ekpa without thinking the criminality, the massacre that Nigeria is doing by the day. And in that singular action, Finland has contributed to the killing of thousands of Christians in Biafra land by taking away our Prime Minister, Simon Ekpa. That was exactly what they did. You left the terrorist. The Canada court has declared Tinubu and their political parties as a terrorist organization. Finland, you Christopher Musa, and you went to arrest Simon Ekpa and brand him a terrorist. So what happens if Simon has no one to speak for him? You make the world, you want to pretend, you want to deceive the world that Simon Ekpa is a terrorist. Finland, that's what you're trying to do. Nigerian government tells you, oh, this one was this person, this, that. But you forgot to ask Nigerian government, how many thousands of innocent Christians and Biafrans have you murdered by the reintegrated terrorists you brought in your land? All of us are fully aware of the Ihamufu massacre. We are over 200 innocent Biafrans we are massacred by Tinubu and Christopher Musa, the Headbridge massacre, the Mbo massacre, the Aba massacre, the Headbridge Onisha massacre, the Niger Delta massacre, the Owerri massacre, the Olu massacre, the Imo State massacre. All these killings by the Nigerian state. Finland did not see anything wrong in that. No! All those thousands of lives that were lost, they didn't see anything wrong in that. Or they saw that, but they were more concerned by the economic collaboration, which their foreign affairs minister said they are more interested in that. And Tinubu told them, you got to remove Simon to get that economic collaboration. Because Simon Ekpa is hindering the economic collaboration between Finland and Nigeria. And what did Alexander Stubb did? Oh, don't worry, we get him. Boom, 2 weeks to our declaration. He ordered them to take away Simon Ekpa. And went through this shambolic trial they did for Nigeria. Their initial plan was to move him, kidnap him the way they kidnapped Nnamdi Kanu, kidnap him, probably drug him, kill him in the plane. That was their plan, their initial plan. But thank God, we got Biafrans that stopped Finland. Our Biafrans and our allies, we knew the plan, and we stopped it right there. But they are not stopping. Do not be deceived. Nigeria will never stop killing innocent people. They will never stop killing innocent Biafrans. They will never stop killing innocent Christians. With all this misinformation, you can see their agents, their ministers, they are parading on social media right now, trying to blame or lay blame where there is none, trying to blame Donald Trump. Thank you so much, our able President Donald Trump, for making the world a better place. You are the reason for this season. Thank you for hearing the cry of thousands of Christians that are murdered by the Nigerian state, by Tinubu and Christopher Musa, and the delegitimized politicians. Thank you, Donald Trump, for that declaration. Do not be moved by any country, whether it's China, whether it's all the one Nigerian agents that are just talking trash. Do not be moved by them. Any action that you deem fit that must be taken to make the world a better place, to stop this massacre, you must take it. All hope is on you. Our hope is on you. Thank you so much, Donald Trump. May God bless you and bless your family. These which you have done, some of the leaders, they know about it. They were aware of the killings, but they could not do what you did. Probably because of their economic gain. Probably they are getting some money. And where's the money coming from? The oil from our land, from Biafra land. Thousands of innocent men. And I'm calling on Tinubu, release all innocent Biafrans you locked up in different cells, in different police stations, in different military barracks across Nigeria. Release these innocent breadwinners of their family. You cannot continue to sabotage Biafrans by locking up their breadwinners in different cells across Nigeria. Release them immediately. You must release them. You have to release them. They've not committed any crime. They just want to be part of this new nation, which we have declared. That's all they begged for. That's all they wanted. You have to release them. Let them go back to their families. You cannot stop this. I promise you, you cannot. And withdraw all your Nigerian security apparatus in Biafra land. You must withdraw them. As this election has been concluded today, the 3 governors of the state of Ikemba, Odumegwu and Amambara, you must defend your state from external aggressors, which is the Nigerian state. You must remove all of them from your states. They don't belong there. They have no business being in your state. Use every possible apparatus, every possible means to ensure that Nigeria leaves Biafra land. We will continue to make sure Nigeria leaves Biafra land. Release Biafrans. They've not committed any crime. We are very civil people. We don't engage in crimes. We don't occupy people's home. We don't take over people's home. Anywhere we go, we do the right thing. We work and build ourselves and our families. Tinubu, as we speak, has locked up over 2 million Biafrans in different cells in Nigeria.